Good morning. Happy Vlogmas Day 7. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day by the time you're seeing this. Let's see, today, it's Friday. My son has a birthday party. I need to go get a gift for that today. And then as a family, we've been invited to some friend's house for a holiday cookie party. Cookies and cocktails, I think is what it is, or mocktails for the kids. So that's going to be fun. That's later today. I probably won't take you guys with me over there just because it's a smaller party and I don't want to be shoving a camera in people's faces. But maybe I'll get a little footage, a little just of everyone milling about. But I'm excited. This is our first holiday party of the season and just helps to get into the spirit of Christmas just a little bit more. So other than that, I think I'm going to maybe try, I still have some cleaning to do. I just want to get that finished so I can quit talking about it. Cleaning to get finished, and then I really want to maybe finish my jeans so that I can get started quilting my Kelly. I would really like to be done with this capsule next week so that I can put it aside and get started on some other stuff. So there we go. Hope you guys are having a good one. All right, Advent Day 7, and today I'm going to try not to blast your eardrums out with the Christmas music. Someone said that the volume is jumping up a lot, so I will try and fix that for today's. Okay.
Oopsies.
Oh, I even got a person today. Okay, someone had asked about buttonholes on my jeans. About doing buttonholes with the thick thread in a thick, bulky waistband. So, and asked for some tips. So, I just did the main buttonhole on the top. Now, number one, I have a pretty, well, it's a pretty, like, fancy or nice home sewing machine that's here. My embroidery machine, and it handles this thick thread like really well. So with that being said, I do have to go slower when I'm using or doing buttonholes, especially anything more condensed with the thicker top stitching thread. Now, as far as the automatic buttonholer, my tip is make sure you trim those seam allowances down. So you can see almost kind of my seam allowance. I mean, you don't want to trim them down too far, but my seam allowance stops right there where my thumb is, there on the edge, and then up here I've trimmed these way down too. They stop about right there, and they're graded, so it's not super thick. Now the seam allowances for the waistband and stuff I do leave, but I want my buttonhole in this top part of the band anyway, so you can almost feel like a groove if I run my hand along here in between the top seam allowances and where the bottom seam allowances are. And that is where I have interfaced, and that is where, because I do put a little bit of interfacing on this section, both where the button goes and where the buttonhole goes, just to help reinforce that since this fabric will be cut. So anyway, those are my tips for sewing a buttonhole on the jeans. That being said, I did have to unpick this once. I did, you can hardly tell, but there's like a little rounded area here. Where the shank of the button will fit into. It's not really a keyhole, but it is a rounded end buttonhole. Anyway, I had the jeans turned around the other way, so it was rounding out that end instead of this end. And I want it, when it's on, that shank will slide to this end because it will pull that way a little bit. So, anyway, there you have it. I'm going to install my buttons, and I'm just going to do them with a hammer, just the normal way. Because my buttonholes for my pliers, or my buttons for my pliers, aren't supposed to be here until like the 20th or something now. So I'm just going to go ahead and install my buttons the hammer way, and I will show you when I'm finished. Then I'm going to hem them real quick, and I'll come back with them on in just a minute. Okay, I have another little gadget idea if you're looking for any more Christmas ideas for yourself. This is a sleeve board. I got mine at Walwack, although I've seen them. I've had one from Joann's before, and they haven't been that great. This one's got a nice, like, really enforced bar that helps keep it, like, really stable. But it has two different widths, like little mini ironing boards. So you've got a thicker width up here for, like, pant hems. I put pant legs on the bigger one. And then sleeves, there's a thinner, sorry, I've got jean dust all over this. The smaller one for the smaller sleeves. It makes pressing pant and sleeve hems so easy because you can just slide them on like you would a regular ironing board. It's just smaller for those smaller openings. So I'm going to press my jean hems, and then I'm going to mallet the heck out of them with my wooden mallet, and then sew them on my top stitching machine, and then my jeans are finished. So I'll show them to you in just a second. Okay, guys, they're done. The magic of video editing. Wish it was that quick in real life, although that really didn't take me very long, maybe 15 minutes. So there they are, hemmed, finished. I'm totally going to wear these the rest of the day. I think the key to these is going to be wearing them a lot so that they get nice and broken in. So that they're just a little bit snug, but I want them that way so that they can get nice and loose later. So there you have it, guys. My Morgan jeans. I will show these all styled nicely in my lookbook that's hopefully coming not next week, but maybe early the following week. So, hey! I think I'll go on to quilting the Kelly now. Another quick tip before I completely put away this Morgan jean pattern. Before I fold these up and iron them nice and flat and put them back in the pattern envelope, I am going to, this is where I did those alterations. I'm going to take, I think 3/8. I took quite a bit out of this. 3/8 out of this down to nothing, and I'll do the same on the back. And then I did have to take 1 inch off the length. So there's a marking for the cropped length on these as well. So I think what I'm going to do is just take 1 inch off, like up here. So then the cropped length would have 1 inch removed as well, because for my leg length, I needed that 1 inch off. So I'm going to make those alterations to the pattern while it's all fresh in my brain. So next time I pull these out, I should hopefully not have to make any alterations. So just a little quick tip. Okay, so all of my pieces for my lining are quilted. This was the one I pieced together. I just did, I bet these are, I don't think they're quite 2-inch wide lines, maybe 1 3/4 inches. I could measure it, but it was just my little guide that I had with my, that came with my machine that I used. So I just have parallel lines stitched all the way across to quilt these. So now I'm laying the pattern piece back on top, and as you can see, I've got plenty of space still. So I'm going to actually cut it to size, put in my notches. Then I still need to cut out my interfacing and interface those pieces, and then I can actually sew my coat. This is much more time consuming than I was anticipating, but we're making progress. It only took me an hour to quilt all of my lining pieces. So let's keep going. It's finished. Woohoo! I feel like doing a happy dance right now. Everything is cut out. All things have been interfaced. Lining has been quilted and cut out again. All notches have put in. Everything is now ready for sewing. And this makes me so happy. I honestly think I could sit down here and probably whip this jacket up in, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Maybe not even, yeah, maybe about 4 hours. I don't have that time today, but maybe tomorrow, unless my family needs me for something. Yeah, so maybe if I can't just sit and do it all in one chunk, maybe I can just do a little bits and pieces between, just over the weekend. So let's just see how we get on. But everything is cut out. That took forever, in quilted, but it's done, ready to be sewn. Stay tuned. Okay, I forgot to check in. It is 4:10 right now, and at 4 o'clock I started working on sewing my Kelly Anorak. My son just went to a birthday party, and my daughter is having some downtime and playing a game on her iPad. So I thought I would get I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe a little over that in of sewing. So let's see how far I can get. I will totally check back in, I promise, after I'm done. Okay, another quick tip. Part of the instructions of this jacket are to interface the left-hand side where the zipper is going to go in, like just along the seam allowances, because the right-hand side has got some facings and plackets and stuff that are interfaced. But this is to support both the zipper and then later the snap. I think maybe just the zipper. For the left side, I think it's just the zipper. Anyway, she just says to cut strips to do along the left front and the left front yoke. I use this knit stay tape for all my zipper insertions. It is this So Keezy knit interfacing. I use the 1 1/4 inch wide, and I get it from that website right there, emmaseabrook.com. So that is what I use, and that is where I get it. And literally every single zipper, no matter the fabric, I put this knit stay tape interfacing. Mostly it's 1 1/4 inch wide, which 5/8 of an inch, which most seam allowances are, is halfway. So when you sew the zipper in, it's a double thickness once everything is all folded over. So that is my another product suggestion there for you. Okay, I got an hour in. I got my billows pockets on these. Okay, so this twill is stretch, has some stretch to it. You can still see my chalk marks here. It was, I mean, I need to hit it with more steam. It was such a pain to sew these pockets with the stretch. Everything kept getting wavy on me and yank. I need to get the chalk off. Anyway, got the fronts done. The front yokes are attached, and the back is on. Piece of paper. So the back is all done. The little back flap is in. There's still some chalk on there. So I think we're ready to burrito it together tomorrow. So yeah, we made some pretty good. These pockets take a while, so I'm pretty pleased with the progress so far today. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, so I am going to say goodnight right now. We are getting ready to head to a party, so I just wanted to show you what I was wearing real quick, and then I'm going to say goodnight just so I can get this uploaded, because we'll probably be home late this evening. So I have on my ever trusty, yes, no, hold on, someone wants to say hi. Hey, Gidge. She wants on that chair, but there's something in her way. So she's just going to bark at it until I move it. I'll get to you in a minute, Gidget. Okay, so these are the Simplicity 8749, I believe, the Mimi G pattern. That's the suit, and these are the pants for that with my sock boots. And then I've got it paired with a Megan Nielsen Rowan made out of merino wool from the fabric store. My boobs always pull that down to keep readjusting. So there we go. All ready for a night out, a Christmas party, our first one of the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed following me around on Vlogmas Day 7. And hopefully tomorrow we can do some more Kelly Anorak work. So until then, have a very wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.